Hello friends, welcome to Civil Combat. My name is Prem and today we are going to discuss about how the Junagadh, a princely state which became a part of the Indian state. Before knowing this historic incident, please do subscribe our Civil Combat YouTube channel so that you don't miss any important video. On 4th August 2020, Pakistan has released its new political map. Through this, Pakistan is trying to stake its claim on the areas with which it has a dispute with India. This map covers the areas of Kashmir which we already knew. However, the surprising thing is that Pakistan has declared not only Kashmir but also parts of Gujarat as its own. Junagadh and Manavadar, where they were merged into India after the referendum in 1948. Coming to Sir Creek, the controversy over Sir Creek has been going on for 70 years. Sir Creek is a 96-kilometer wide water-related issue in the marshes of the Run of Kutch. Earlier it was known as Banganga. The special thing is that Sir Creek is an important asset for fishermen and is considered to be Asia's largest fishing ground. Not only this, it is possible that oil and gas can also be present here. Pakistan claims that the entire creek belongs to Pakistan. In 1914, under the Bombay government resolution between the Sindh government and Roy Maharaj of Kutch, under the resolution, the boundary between the two areas was placed on the east side of the creek, while India claims that it is in the middle according to the map made in 1925. Where it all started, the Indian Independence Act of 1947 gave princely states an option to accede to the newly born dominions India or Pakistan or continue as an independent sovereign state. At that time, more than 500 princely states have covered 48% of the area of pre-independent India and constituted 28% of its population. However, these kingdoms were not legally part of British India, but in reality they were completely subordinate to the British Crown. On 15th August 1947, just before independence from the British, except for Jammu and Kashmir and Hyderabad, Junagadh of Gujarat had not decided to join India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, India's first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister with the assistance of V.P. Menon, the Secretary of Ministry of States, was given the formidable task of integrating the princely states. Patel kept trying to convince them to join India. He also introduced the concept of privy purse, a payment to be made to royal families for their agreement to merge with India. There were several other states that were not willing to join India. Some of them thought this to be the best movement to acquire independent statehood, while there were others who wanted to become a part of Pakistan. Travancore, Jodhpur, Bhopal, Kashmir, Hyderabad and Junagadh were some of them. Junagadh, situated on the southwestern end of Gujarat, did not accede to Indian Union by August 15, 1947. Junagadh had about 80% of Hindu population and the government of India was trying to bring Muhammad Mahabad Khanji III, the Nawab of Junagadh, with India, but he was not persuaded. He was famous for his love towards dogs. It is said that he had around 800 dogs with him and he held weddings for his dogs and invited other Nawabs, Maharajas and British officials. Oh, what a nice guy. On September 15, 1947, Nawab of Junagadh chose to accede to Pakistan, ignoring Mountbatten's views, arguing that Junagadh had joined Pakistan by sea. This decision enraged the people of Junagadh and people rose up against the Nawab's rule in many parts of the state. The two rulers of the states that were subject to the suzerainty of Junagadh, Mangrol and Babariawad, declared their independence from Junagadh and acceded to India. In response to this, the Nawab of Junagadh militarily occupied the two states. Rulers of the other neighboring states reacted angrily by sending the troops to the Junagadh frontier and appealed to the government of India for assistance. The government of India believed that if Junagadh was permitted to accede to Pakistan, Communal tension already simmering in Gujarat would worsen and refuse to accept the Nawab's choice of accession. The government pointed out that the state was 80% Hindu and called for a plebiscite to decide the question of accession. And so India cut off supplies of fuel and coal to Junagadh, cut off air and postal links, sent troops to the frontiers and occupied the principalities of Mangrol and Babariabad that had acceded to India. Then Pakistan agreed to discuss a plebiscite on condition to withdrawal of Indian troops from the Junagadh frontier. But India rejected this. On 26 October, the Nawab and his family fled to Pakistan after the clashes with Indian troops. Before leaving, the Nawab had emptied the state treasury of its cash and securities. On November 7, 1947, Junagadh's court invited the government of India to take over the state's administration. Thereafter, in December the same year, there was a referendum in which 99% people chose to live in India. The Diwan of Junagadh, Sir Shah Nawaz Bhutto, the father of more famous Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, decided to invite the government of India to intervene. The government of India accepted the invitation of Diwan to intervene. A plebiscite was conducted in February 1948, which went almost unanimously in favor of accession to India. So Junagadh became a part of Indian state of Saurashtra until November 1st, 1956, when Saurashtra became part of Bombay state. In 1960, Bombay state was split into the linguistic states of Maharashtra and Gujarat, in which Junagadh was located, and since then Junagadh is part of Gujarat. Despite all this, suddenly Pakistan has now included Junagadh in its map. However, India slammed Pakistan over the release of its new political map showing Indian territories as its own and called it an exercise in political absurdity. India further called the move as ridiculous assertions which neither have legal validity nor international credibility. Thanks for watching.